We are here to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the icon, James Saint Patrick, aka Ghost. Now, listen, a lot of people were hurt and upset about the season 6 ending, especially myself, with none other than punk ass Tariq shooting James off the club balcony, resulting in his tragic. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. How do we really know he's dead? Let's really break this down. Let's go into the spinoff. Did we see a dead body? Now, we know the reason why we didn't see Ghost in the hallucination, why we didn't see Ghost in the casket, was because of money. We already know this. They wrote his character out. That's why we didn't see him. It's as clear as day. People like, well, it was a closed casket. Of course it was. They weren't gonna have an open casket funeral. If Omari had agreed, they would have had him in that casket. Trust me. They would have listen. However, we have to understand something. Omari, in his own deposition on a podcast, stated that they asked him to come back the last year of Power. Now, why would they be asking you to come back just for a little scene? And if you were going to come back, if you were dead, why didn't you just go back? If that's the way it was going to happen. Omari is not going back to play a dead character. Believe me. When he returns, it will be because Ghost was never dead. Now, there's a lot of fan predictions out there. One about he found the gun. One about he gave Tariq the gun that Tariq ultimately used to shoot him, which was filled with non-lethal bullets, which are a thing. There's a lot going on. You could also say Ghost may have had some type of blood vest on where the impact of the bullet was ricocheted, and then it in turn made it seem like Tariq actually shot him. Now, the reason why there's blood coming out of his mouth is you have to understand something. He fell off the balcony due to the impact. Of course, he's going to have blood coming out of his mouth. He hit his head. His whole body's probably messed up. Now, Tariq has been in school for about 4 years now. Ghost would have had time to heal himself up like Wolverine, do some workouts, get himself in shape, ready to go, and be secretly watching Tariq, kind of like Scream, just following him around, making sure that he's good and that he's, abiding by what he wants him to do as far as school. Now, what Ghost probably couldn't predict was that his son was going to turn into a big ass drug dealer, which he probably already knew. And now Ghost sees the opportunity to come back, or better yet, the writers see the opportunity to write him back into the storyline because Tariq needs allies in this next spinoff because him and Brayden are going up against everybody. So if I had to guess, this is just my estimation. I never thought Ghost was dead. I just didn't see where they could write him back into the storyline up until this point. He could easily come back and help Tariq. It makes all the sense in the world, right? Now, also, he could narrate Origins, which is probably most likely going to happen. I'll tell you this. Just from a fan's perspective, I would love to see Omari return. I would like to see him play Ghost. I would love to see him save Tariq. I would like to see him, back in that mode of being Ghost and just clipping people and moving work. But we don't know if that's really going to happen. We're just guessing here. We're going off fan theories. We're going off things that we don't know. We saw Courtney Kemp say out her own mouth, anything could happen in Power. Is Ghost really dead? She was teasing the idea because all it does is captivate and keep people watching more because they want to see if they're going to write Ghost back in. Is he actually going to come back in? Also, we do know that the writer on the team, I believe he was the writer on another show who brought a character back to life. I forgot where I read that at, but that is a thing. So a lot could happen. Also, Tariq is in trouble. He needs somebody. Tommy told him, this isn't my war to fight. Tommy knows some things, and I also watched Force as well, season 1. Tommy referenced Ghost a lot in season 1, and it was also because he was grieving and he's hurt, but maybe because he knows that Ghost is okay. And I would like to see them click up at some point as well. Like I said in the last video, I think when all these spinoffs are finally wrapped up and done, it's all gonna end where it started at, in Queens, Truth, Ghost, Tommy, season 7 of Power, the original, the final mark and stamp. Because I'm telling you now, Origins is going to lead us up into the older Tommy and Ghost. Who better to play them than Omari and Tommy once Ghost Origins is done? We got to see where Ghost and Tommy started to see how they got to where they are today. Now, fast forward, they're going to give us a huge flashback if they ever do come out with season 7 of the OG Power with Tommy and Ghost. We will understand how Ghost survived, where he's been, what he's been doing. They won't give us that in seasons, the spinoff of Tariq. What I think they will do, this is my prediction. I don't think that was Ghost y'all saw walking up in Truth with Tariq in the trailer. I believe that was either RSJ or Simon Stern. However, I do believe that we are going to get a snippet scene, or at least after Tariq shot Ghost off the balcony, we're gonna see how Ghost survived. And that will be the cliffhanger. It will be, oh shit, Ghost is not dead, but he's not James St. Patrick no more. That person is gone. But we will see. I believe he's somewhere shacked up in some abandoned place or something. And he is literally probably just been working out, eating, and healing himself. And we will see him with the, I don't know, it'll be like kind of like the Unique situation. They might start at the feet or they might start from behind. Ghost will be wearing a hoodie of some sort, and he'll just look, and you're like, he'll look to the side and you'll just see him, and they'll just cut the scene. Crazy, like how I'm thinking about it in my head, and I'm telling y'all right now, but I'm getting goosebumps just explaining to y'all what I'm visioning them giving us at the end of season 4 Ghost. So I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Ghost is alive in my prediction. They just have to understand something. They have to give us something. They don't have to put Ghost in this show, but they could end this show, right? You know how shows end. It'll end how it ends. It'll cut off, and then they'll have another scene come right on. It'll be black, and there'll be another scene pop up. We'll see Ghost in some abandoned place somewhere, and he'll have a hoodie on, and he'll just like turn his face and you might see him. Or Tariq may be somewhere, thinks he saw him, and be like, and thinks he had an hallucination. And then it might cut to that scene where Ghost is like going somewhere and it's really him. That could happen as well. Listen, man, I don't like the way they ended Ghost's character, but I also understand business. So Omari asking for way more money is kind of like, okay, let's write him out. It's that time. We need spinoffs. They'll come in anyway. Let's go ahead and just get this done. I don't think Ghost's character was supposed to end like that. I think he was supposed to end up being on top, make lieutenant governor, go into office. Tariq was probably going to go to jail for Ray Ray's murder. Ghost was somehow going to get him off, make him a part of the team, or Tariq was going to always go off, and do his own thing and be a drug dealer. But maybe Ghost would have had to come out that lieutenant governor jacket, throw on that Ghost jacket, and go save his son. That was my prediction in the originals. Like way years ago, I was thinking like that was what should have happened, but it didn't happen. They end up killing off Ghost, making Tariq a bigger person than what he should have been. But they wrote him into that role because Omari asked for way more money. But my thing is, I'm not pocket watching in no means. Mary J, go and get your bread. But if you got $450 an episode to get a Mary, and she just got into the spinoff, how do you not have 450 or 500 an episode for the person who put the show on the map? Because I'm going to be honest with you. When I first started watching Power, that's the character I gravitated towards. And that's the character everybody gravitated and loved. And they somehow tried to make us not like him in season 6 because they knew they were killing his character off. So they say. But that didn't work. We liked him more because he was being upfront and honest with people and telling people off and getting super crazy. And then all of a sudden Tariq comes in and he's the one who takes him out. I just don't see where that fits into the storyline. Tariq, as far as I know, was scared of his father, even though he was like telling him, I'll murder you myself, you put your hands on my mother. They wrote all that in. Tariq is soft as hell in that original. He didn't become who he is now until he stepped into the role. And mind you, you became the person you hated the most, Tariq. So never let that go over your head, young fella. Once again, this is Conspiracy Kai. I'm signing off. Let me know in the comment section what you think is going to happen. Are they going to reprise Ghost? Is Ghost coming back? Are we going to get the original Power cast back for season 7 after all these spinoffs are complete? That's just my prediction. I'm signing off. I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.